WBAY TV, your first alert station. Action 2 News This Morning live stream starts now.
Good Monday morning and welcome to our Action 2 News This Morning live stream. I'm Tammy Elliott.
And I'm Emerson Lehman. Thanks for streaming along with us. That cold is still hanging around even after the weekend, and it's another first alert weather day.
Yeah, I hate to say that we're really getting used to this, but we kind of have to. We have no choice. So let's check in with Steve now, back with us on this Monday. And we're seeing that sun behind you there in Appleton, Steve, but not really warming up the temperatures.
It'll look nice from your living room with the sunshine, but it's not going to feel nice at all. And yeah, it's just another day with some dangerous cold air. We've been dealing with this since the end of last week. And I think it's easy to get desensitized to it and kind of just be like, oh, well, it's another day. But, you know, you have to stay vigilant, especially if you're going to go outside with family members, especially little kids or senior citizens who might need a little extra help. In Appleton, the temperature is 4 below, but the wind chill is -20. And that is prime time wind chill weather to get frostbite to develop on exposed skin. It can happen in less than half an hour, even with just a light west wind at 9 miles an hour. So the National Weather Service has put us under another cold weather advisory until noon. Wind chills in the 20s below zero this morning. These are actual air temperatures, 6 below for Oshkosh and Green Bay, a -20. That's not a wind chill, folks. That's an air temperature in Rhinelander. Now, when you factor in the west wind that's blowing in close to 10 miles an hour, you could see that wind chill dives down to 30 below in Wausau, 24 below for wind chill right now in Green Bay, 22 degrees below zero in Manitowoc. The wind chill is -27 right now in Wautoma. So again, don't let your guard down. Our severe weather outlook is in the moderate category because of that risk for frostbite and hypothermia. If you're outside for a prolonged period of time and your body temperature drops, we want people to limit time outside if that is a possibility with your way of life. So the forecast for today, bitter cold air, a high of 6 this afternoon, but wind chills will stay in the double digits below zero. We will see some sunshine with clouds arriving late in the day. Now, I want to track those wind chills. They're very important here on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Just about 3 hours from now, 10 a.m., it's going to feel like 23 below in Green Bay. We do see mainly teens below zero as we go through the afternoon, but 13 below. Towards the time when kids are coming out of school or you're coming home from work, that is still mighty cold out there. And it's because of this brisk west to southwest wind, which really isn't going to let up very much, around 10 to 15 miles an hour.
And I know you're watching what's coming, and there's some snow, right, tonight?
There is some snow, but you know, one thing we have to remember is that with Arctic air, the air is usually very dry. And so when weather makers pass through that Arctic air, yeah, we can get snow, but it's not going to come down really heavy. You know, it doesn't get too cold to snow. I know that some people believe that, but you know what? You can get snow in Arctic air. So we get snow showers tonight, especially across the north. This disturbance is another one of those Alberta clippers coming in from the northwest. You can see it spilling clouds out of central Canada into North Dakota. As that front comes across Wisconsin tonight, we'll see the flakes fly. So we get sunshine during the morning, the midday. Here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. So this is 5 o'clock. Just shortly after sunset, you can see we've clouded over at that point. And this band of snow, you see how it just kind of falls apart as it pushes towards the Fox Valley this evening, and it's a quick mover as well. So 9 p.m., snow showers, Green Bay up into Door County, and then they're gone. So after midnight, there might be just a few leftover flakes. Otherwise, I think tomorrow we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. I can't rule out a couple slick spots on some streets in the north this evening, but I think with only a dry dusting, if you will, to ½ an inch in the north, roads will probably be in pretty good shape at this time tomorrow morning. So here's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Just a few flakes. Otherwise, we're still in the grips of this Arctic air for the next several days. 6 today, 8 for Tuesday and Wednesday, 9 for Thursday. I know you guys would like to take the elevator upstairs in the temperature department, but in this situation, this is a very slow escalator going up between now and early next week. That I want to point out Sunday. First day of February, that might be the light at the end of the tunnel, a high of 21. In fact, if we go beyond the next 7 days, This is the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, which is Groundhog Day, February 2nd through February 8th. Look at this area of yellows and reds from Wisconsin back towards the West Coast. That is warmer than normal weather, which is going to try to elbow its way towards us as we go into next month. So not this week, but next week. We're probably looking at highs getting back into the seasonable 20s, and then if all goes well, we might be looking at some highs getting into the 30s. So the rest of this month is going to be frigid, but next month, changes may be on the horizon.
We'll look forward to it.
Yeah, that doesn't
Another
look
week.
disappointing to me, Steve. Happy to see a little bit of a red and orange there moving our way.
But it's going to be all about patience.
Sure.
Okay.
You know what? We still have a long ways to go. Let's get ourselves mentally prepared. We have to go through this drill of bundling up, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, but it's still pretty far off. Want to make sure you get that first alert so you know and your family is prepared for that.
All right, Steve, thanks so much.
Yep.
We appreciate it. Time now is 7:11. Minneapolis police say that they're investigating the shooting death of 37-year-old Alex Preddy. He's a 2006 graduate of Green Bay Preble.
And Border Patrol officials say that shooting happened while they were conducting a targeted operation for a person who was in the country illegally. They claim that Preddy approached agents with a handgun along with 2 magazines and said agents attempted to disarm him, but he, quote, violently resisted before he was shot several times. So far, federal officials have provided no evidence supporting those claims. Local authorities in Minnesota have disputed the DHS claims and say Preddy was a lawful gun owner with a license to carry and no criminal record.
Now to the latest on that shooting there. There's a makeshift memorial for Alex Preddy at Preble High School where he graduated. He was also an avid participant in the theater community, both in school, at summer camp at UWGB, as well as the Green Bay Boy Choir. He was also involved in sports at Preble, playing football, baseball, and running track. He graduated in 2006. Preddy's childhood friend says that he wasn't surprised when he became an ICU nurse for the Department of Veterans Affairs. And the community is remembering Preddy while ICE protests continue around the country.
And there have been vigils happening across our area as well. Kristen Allen joining us in the newsroom. Kristen, and we've been talking with those who knew Preddy, and they say that he was someone who was dedicated to helping others.
That's right. His death leaves the Green Bay community stunned. We spoke with someone who knew him in elementary and middle school and says Alex was kind, and he wasn't surprised to learn that he went on to a career in nursing because he cared about people. Crowds have gathered on Sunday to protest in the wake of his death, calling for ICE to be defunded and abolished, while others called federal agents murderers for their actions. A childhood friend of Alex says he wants him to be remembered for the impact that he had on those around him and his dedication to helping others.
I've seen a number of reactions. I think a lot of people are rightly fearful. They're saddened, they're afraid. I mean, there are a whole series of emotions. I hear a lot of people talking about, let's wait until the facts come out. One of the facts or series of facts I'm really waiting to come out are all of these great things about the person Alex was and what he tried to do and be in the world.
The Republican Party of Brown County responding to the incident, saying in part, quote, federal agents carrying out lawful arrests are performing their constitutional duty, not occupying a city, end quote. Emerson?
Kristen, thanks so much. We're going to go back to talking about the cold temperatures now. Bringing in the birthday lady, Aisha. And during these cold temperatures, it's important to watch out for our heart health, not just our skin for frostbite and things like that too.
That's definitely part of it, but your heart health, whether or not you have a heart disease or you think you do or you don't, it's very important to at least protect yourself and those people around you. For first and foremost, the American Heart Association put this all out just as a precaution, and knowing that we've been in this long stretch of really cold weather. They did say that more than 350,000 cardiac arrests happen outside of the hospital every year in the U.S., so that means your friends and neighbors, this could happen to somebody that you know, and it's best to know CPR, learn it for those around you at the very least. And when we're talking about this cold, the American Heart Association says it can raise your blood pressure, so increasing the risk of heart attack, stroke, cardiac arrest. And our hearts are really working hard in this cold weather to regulate your body temperature. I think you could feel it if you're outside for more than just a couple of minutes in this right now. So just something to think about. Strenuous activities like what this guy is doing, shoveling that snow. Sometimes our heart's just not ready for that or used to it. So pacing yourself, whether you're walking in the cold or you're shoveling snow. I know we're going to get a little bit of snow in the next 24 hours or so. Just making sure that you're taking those breaks, so important. And this time of year, be careful about cold medicines. We know there's all sorts of things going around right now, respiratory diseases. If you plan to take a cold medicine and you have high blood pressure, or maybe you don't, but you're concerned, make sure that you talk to your doctor about which type, because sometimes cold medicines do trigger blood pressure situations for you. So talk with your doctor. Also, like you mentioned, bundling up, making sure that we're preventing frostbite, hypothermia, don't overdo it when you're doing all of those things. And the last thing I'll say as far as this goes, or one of the last things, comfort drinks like pumpkin spice latte, hot chocolate. This time of the year when we're dipping into these really cold temperatures, you're talking about unwanted sugar and fat, which can be a little bit of a strain on your heart.
Sure.
Sorry about that, but
You
it's
think
important.
that it's warming you up,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's actually
it's not doing
acting
you
against
justice, at least your heart. And then limiting alcohol, since that sensation of warmth is overcompensated a little bit. So making sure that you're watching out for that, and listening to your body overall. Just if you have signs of heart attack or anything like that, you're better just to be safe and get it checked out. And then also just know those warning signs in general. Again, CPR is so important. And we're planning to get everything on our website under the safety desk tab. But yeah, it's been a long stretch, and I think it's
has.
impacting a lot of us.
I know, right? Yeah. So thank you for those good tips.
Sure.
We do have a little bit of fun in the cold, so we
Yeah.
thought we'd share this. I know some folks are having some fun out there, some pretty cool videos. Okay, so check this out. This is from Amy, and trying to blow a bubble in this bitter cold. I love the heart shape. It looks like almost like a tube or something, right? A pipe or something that she created to make a heart shape there. But it freezes in just a matter of seconds. And then take a look at this other video from Amanda. Some more bubbles here, letting her kids have fun. Quick outdoor activity there, blowing some bubbles. Same problem. Like it just doesn't, they're freezing before you can even get it.
I really thought that was a
blown up.
lighter at first.
Yeah, I think it's like a bubble tube.
And they're
or
like blowing
something,
bubbles.
right?
Yeah, that's fun.
So
Yeah.
just a few minutes ago, I took a washcloth and I dunked it in the sink and I folded it up and it's out the back door. I want to see how long it takes before it freezes solid. I did it right after full weather, so
Okay.
about maybe 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's
I've seen
we'll
people
have to
make
see.
like icemen with clothes. Well, they're not people. It's just clothes
The
that's
frozen clothes.
standing
I
up
think
and all of that.
We had some of that today, didn't we? Share some of
Yeah.
that video. I feel like we did.
Yeah, like the
dip
jeans.
it- Yes.
The jeans that'll
Jeans
hold
on the
up there.
shirt.
Same principle,
Solid.
yeah.
That's a
I
whole
want to
different kind of
try the noodle one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of
For
neat.
folks maybe that weren't watching when we had that, you can take, like some warmed up noodles, and if they're still moist or
Yeah.
you can twirl them up and like hold the fork and hold it there, probably with a glove.
I was just
Right.
going to say, yeah, that
Recommend
fork is
with a
gonna get-
glove
yeah.
and hold it there for a couple minutes, and you can let go and it'll stand up. And
Yeah,
it looks
I'm not
like
sure how
a-
many minutes it takes, but yeah, after a while you can let go and the fork is suspended. By
It looks
the
like a
noodles.
piece of art almost.
Yes.
It's just-
We're
it's
trying to make the
fascinating.
best out of
Right?
it, right?
Yeah.
Birthday queen.
Hey,
Yes.
thank you. You know I'm not this type of person.
That's what works. And what did you say?
I'm walking through the store yesterday, and I said, "Oh, she's gonna hate that." So I'm gonna buy
This
it.
is awful.
And here it is.
Just one day.
Just one day.
I know.
Right.
Thank you very much.
We
You
appreciate
deserve
you.
to be
Birthday.
queen
Yes.
for a
Thank you.
day.
Thank
Deserve
you.
it.
And thank you for the birthday treats too.
Oh,
I'm excited.
absolutely.
We're gonna feast.
Yeah, it's a
once
good
we're
way
done
to
here.
start a Monday,
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Yeah.
We need some.
Especially with this cold,
Some
just
fun
something to be
treats.
cheerful about, right?
Warm us up a little bit with
Yeah.
some fun and excitement. So, any fun plans? Spend it with the
Just
fam?
stay home. We're gonna have soup.
Oh,
you
nice.
go.
You know,
Good day for
I
soup.
love soup. I'm a big soup person. And maybe go out to eat. I don't know. We'll see.
There you go. Enjoy your
It's
day.
Monday.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much.
Birthday queen Aisha Morales.
Oh my gosh.
Bundle up out there, everybody, and have a great Monday.